I'm Emma, and here's what's happening at HMS.
It's December, and at Hillwood, that means dodgeball.
Gather your team and sign up in the cafeteria.
Congratulations to the following students who made the All-Region Band, the highest honor for middle school band student.
Evelyn Shee,
Olivia Stevens,
Rebecca Simpson,
Lucas Minnick,
Ilana Allen,
Demetrios Kakomanolis,
Donna Wright,
alternate Mason Klein,
alternate Jenny Rivera,
Grady Clem,
Joseph Varney,
and Riley Jones.
Break out those college shirts and hoodies.
College Spirit Day is Friday.
The spelling bee is Friday too.
Good LUCK to all the participants.
And finally, the winter voice recital is Friday evening. And that's the news. Here's what else is happening at HMS.
So who are you?
I'm Miss Kapuku.
And who did you nominate for Charger of the Week?
I nominated Reed Black.
Why?
Reed is a very kind, respectful, and responsible student. He is always willing to help out a fellow Charger anytime like they are having issues with difficult concepts in class. He's just a great student all around.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sunday, and I'm here with HTV and Coach Kachuko. Who did you nominate for Charger of the Week?
I nominated Leanna.
Why?
I nominated her because during office hours, she volunteered to tutor their fellow students, and it was pretty awesome to see, and just seeing the engagement with all the students in class, and it just made me proud to see that she went out there and tried her best, and they actually learned something from it too. So
That's cool. Thank you.
The Hillwood basketball teams take on Indian Springs Wednesday and Thursday. 7th graders play at home.
We went to college at Texas A&M.
For me, both my older brothers went to A&M, so it was an easy choice because I went to the football games like young with them, and I saw that culture, and it was just so exciting to be in that area in Aggie Land. And my dad also attended and graduated from there, and so it was just kind of like a family tradition that I was not willing to break because,
Very similarly, both my parents graduated from A&M. A lot of my dad's family went there, and so I just grew up around the traditions and the culture and knew that's where I wanted to go.
I was actually the complete opposite. So I wanted to go to A&M kind of on like a happenstance situation. I really wanted to go out of state for a really long time. And so I was only applying to out-of-state colleges, but then my mom said, you have to apply to in-state colleges. And so I picked the two rivalries. I picked UT and A&M. I applied to both of them. I got invited to go visit both of them. And ultimately, when I got to A&M, the campus was just like amazing. Everyone was really welcoming. Like, I just loved it. It was immediately. I picked it.
Love that story.
Yeah.
I was an English teacher. I'm an English instructional coach, so very true to form. One of my favorite classes is my Shakespeare class. It was a smaller class. I only had about 20 people in it, which is small for a college class. And so there was a lot of really great discussion. We really got to know our professor, who was a lady who was just really interesting and very knowledgeable about the topic and also really just passionate about it. So I learned a lot about Shakespeare and literature and English and also just about life.
That's awesome.
Yeah, cool.
My favorite class, although I loved all my math classes, my favorite class was my yoga class. It was like at the prime time of the day. It was in the middle of the day, and we always had Shavasana, which is where you like lay down and you just chill out, and I always took a nap. It was fantastic.
Nap time in college.
I also took a yoga class. It was so good.
Yeah. My like PE credit or whatever was ultimate frisbee, so that was really fun. It was like
cool.
another way to like get outside and get that physical education credit or whatever. So that was really fun. That was one of my favorite ones. But then I also did English teacher as well. We did a Arthurian legends class. So it was all about King Arthur and all the legends. We looked at a lot of primary sources from like way back when and stuff. So that was really interesting in that the discussion on like what is myth and what is like based on truth. And, like, should we do this all Varsity's Horns Off at least?
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
All right. What are we gonna sing? Okay. No, let's just do Saul Varsity's Horns.
Yeah. So just start with the. You gotta do the legs too. Okay, here you go. Okay. Here we go. All right, which way
go
first?
first? That way.
Right?
Right?
Okay, right. Let's go. Sub varsity's horns off. Sub varsity's horns off. Sub varsity's horns off. Short A. Whoop!
I mean, we have a lot of crazy traditions. That's our thing. That's our brand. I think, I don't know if it's the craziest, but one of the more fun that I think is when it's called pond hopping. So just students can go jump in all of the fountains on campus. They call the fountains ponds. And then also after football games, we don't have cheerleaders, we have yell leaders, which are 5 male students who lead the crowds at the football games and cheers and yells. After, if we win the football game, then people from the Corps grab the yell leaders and go throw them in the fountains on campus.
They have to carry them a long distance too. I mean,
Quite
it's
a long
actual,
distance.
and the crowd follows, and everybody follows them, so it's like a big, crazy.
I think that's fun.
Yeah. Cool. Midnight yells are also exciting.
Yeah,
they're like the nights before football games is like a big pep rally. So you come out and everybody goes through all the yells. The yell leaders do like a little fun speech and make jokes and
really
stuff like that. Really pointed at the rival school or whatever school we're playing. So it's really cool. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I would say just in general, college is such an exciting and formative time in everyone's life, really. So just learning how to manage not only your time, but the freedom that you have to make your own decisions and prioritize what you want to prioritize and learn the balance between work and play and learn what kind of people you want to spend your time with and what type of relationships that you want to invest in. So it's really just growing up. The hard part about college is learning to grow up and be an adult.
And what's the best thing about being in college?
I would say the same thing.
Yeah, the exact same thing.
Yeah, I think it's both the hardest and the easiest is learning how to grow up, giving yourself a lot of that freedom, but also learning how to time manage that freedom. And a lot of people go to college, especially nowadays, really young. Like I went when I was 16. And so you have to like adapt very quickly. And so I think it's both the hardest and the easiest of college is learning how to adapt that.
I would also say it's a unique time in most people's lives where, especially in Texas, we don't have a lot of, like, we live in the biggest city in Texas, but it's not what we would call necessarily like a walkable city. And college is a time in your life when almost everyone that you're super close to is so really close to you, like in physical distance. And so it is, it's easy to spend a lot of time with them and hang out and really do life together.
Yeah.
For better or worse.
Yeah. I think the best thing about college for me was that it was so easy to make friends. Like everybody is there and they're willing to meet you and like when you're in the same classes with each other, it's really cool to find like-minded people that like they also want to do well because they're paying for these courses. They want to do well. And so they like, hey, do you want to go to the library and meet up for like studying or do this coffee shop? We both have papers to write. You want to just go to the coffee shop and write them together. So it's kind of cool to have that community of people that are all going the same direction as you, like all wanting to be successful, but also like wanting to make friends and have that community.
Especially when you're in the same major. Like I know education's a pretty small major at I know that education's a really small major at A&M. And so like you stay with those people for a really long time, especially your junior and senior year, you're in all of the same classes. And so you're able to like build those relationships really, really heavily, like easily as well. And so I think it's like that for a lot of majors, especially when you get to your later years in college and you're past all those like first year classes where there are hundreds of people in there. And now you're in your focused major classes of being in 20 class people where you're able to learn a lot.
Which is a great point about large and small schools, right? A&M is one of the top 5 largest universities in the country, but you find your people, and once you get into your upper level classes that are specialized for your major, it can seem just as small and just as intimate as much smaller schools. So endless possibilities, relationships, knowledge, and possibilities, opportunities,
all of the things.
Yeah.